entitled "He Wasn't Actually a Fish." He, dro- he drowned that evening, but the remaining Marillion Batten... I can't work out for the life of us why you would, but if you want, I mean, there's no stopping you. Hit that, hit that subscribe button. Newcastle and Gated Music Venues, Part 3. Newcastle Arena. Newcastle Arena was designed by a Mackem leper in the early 18th century. The council agreed to the planning permission but stipulated that the building must be built on the bed of the River Tyne due to its unsightly appearance. The arena was constructed out of empty corned beef tins. Over 100 men drowned during the construction and a further 500 died from blood loss caused by cutting themselves on the tins. The Beach Boys were scheduled to play the opening ceremony but cancelled last minute, claiming they were unable to breathe underwater. 2 tickets for the event had been sold, so the owners decided that the show must go on. Fish, Muslim frontman of 18th century prog rock band Marillion, was brought in as a last minute replacement. He drowned that evening. He drowned that evening, but the remaining Marillion Batten... He drowned that evening, but the remaining Marillion band members continued to tour for a further 3 centuries. Their biggest hit coming in 1907, dedicated to their frontman, a 39-minute prog rock classic entitled "He Wasn't." Entitled "He Wasn't Actually a Fish." After several hundred more deaths and zero ticket sales, the owners realised that no humans were capable of singing or playing electrical instruments underwater, so the arena was left abandoned. It's since been proven the arena was responsible for the resurgence of the plague, rickets, and the common cold. In 1940, after one of Newcastle's hottest summers where temperatures rose as high as 13 degrees Celsius, the water levels of the Tyne River dropped significantly enough for the arena to be visible again. The venue now sat in full view of the embarrassed locals. Over the next 2 decades, the arena dried out thanks to the blistering 10 degrees Celsius summer heats. The venue was reopened in 1962 after a £20 million dance floor made of ice was fitted. Almost 4 tickets were sold to see headline act Rage Against the Machine on the opening night. Having the audience stand on ice during the performances proved difficult with wheelchair users and sufferers of Raynaud's disease. Out of the 4 people who attended that night, there were 76 confirmed casualties, 102 of which were fatalities. The owners refused calls from locals for the arena to be used as an ice rink instead of a music venue. The death toll continued to climb right up until the 1980s, when they stopped keeping track of the people dying. The first person in the UK to be diagnosed with AIDS had attended a soft cell gig at Newcastle Arena the night before receiving the news he had bad AIDS. The acoustics in the arena had been notoriously bad for over a century. In the 1990s, metal from used baked bean tins were added to the outside of the building in the hope the sound could be made worse. It worked. Gigs by the likes of New Kids on the Block, Criss Cross and Boyzone were raking in tens of pounds in the early 90s, but the arena refused to reinvest the money into structural improvements, instead using the cash to create educational courses for deprived kids run by trusted celebrities like Jimmy Savile, Gary Glitter and Cliff Richard. In 2004, the venue was dealt another blow when Newcastle Council insisted the building was covered in a large Sunderland flag after evidence came to light that many thousands of drivers who saw the building every day on their way to work were suffering from severe manic depression and permanent blindness. After a rocky 300 years existence, Newcastle Arena will be shut down in 2027. The closing ceremony will be headlined by Welsh perverts, Lost Prophets. I can't work out for the life of us why you would, but if you want, I mean, there's no stopping you. Hit that, hit that subscribe button. Hit that, hit that subscribe button.